Habitland Adventures, The Twin Boys of Salaga. Bedtime Story for Kids by Bernard Kelvin Clive. Copyright 2024, Bernard Kelvin Clive. All rights reserved. Habitland Adventures is a wonderful collection of bedtime stories created to instill sense of good habits in young readers. Chapter 1. Time with Grandma. Salaga is a small town in the northern part of Ghana. There were two 12-year-old twin brothers named Penin and Kakra. Even their friends were sometimes unable to tell the two apart because they looked so alike. Penin and Kakra lived with their loving grandma in a small thatched house surrounded by trees and greenery. Their grandma was a farmer who loved caring for her plants. She taught the twins to work hard and to always take care of one another. Every morning, the boys would wake up to beautiful birds singing. They helped their grandma around the house by bringing water, cleaning up, and feeding the chickens. They always did everything together, just like best friends. For breakfast, they ate some yummy hossa cocoa. Then they went to the farm, which was like a big playground for them. There they learned about different kinds of plants from their grandma. She told them being kind and working hard makes beautiful things grow, just like plants. The twins loved to play in the fields, run through the tall grass and laugh together. Their happiness made everyone in the town smile. They were not just brothers, they were best friends with the biggest hearts. They always helped people. If someone needed help carrying something heavy or doing a task, Penin and Kakra were there to help with big smiles. Their school was close to their home, so they didn't have to walk very far. School was an exciting place for them because they could learn new things and play with their friends. Everyone at school liked them because they were always ready to help. Penin and Kakra were special because they showed everyone how important it is to love, work hard and be kind. Living with their grandma in Salaga, they learned to take care of the land, each other, and everyone around them. Chapter 2. A Day of Kindness. In Salaga, the sun rose early, showing the sky with bright colours. Penin and Kakra, the twin brothers, were already up and ready to start their day. After helping their grandma with some chores, they put on their backpacks and set off to school, talking and laughing together on the dusty path. On their way, they walked past Mr. K's house, an old man who had a huge mango tree with the yummiest mangoes in the whole town. He was trying to pick some mangoes with a long stick, but couldn't reach the ones at the top. When the twins saw the old man needed help, they stopped right away. "We can help you," they said with big smiles. With the twins' help, they climbed the tree and picked the sweetest mangoes, gently dropping them into the old man's basket. He was so happy and thankful. "Thank you, my boys. You're as sweet as these mangoes," he said, giving them some mangoes as a thank you gift. The twins kept walking to school, enjoying the juicy mangoes. Their small act of kindness meant a lot to the old man. The twins were always looking for ways to help around their village. At school, everyone knew the twins not just because they looked the same, but because they were always ready to help. They helped classmates with tough lessons and shared their snacks with anyone who forgot theirs. Their kindness made school a happier place, teaching everyone about sharing and caring. One afternoon, on their way home, the twins saw some children who looked upset near the road. They found out a little dog was stuck in a tree and couldn't come down. The twins didn't think twice. They worked together to save the puppy. One twin climbed up carefully to get the puppy, while the other waited below to catch them if needed. With kind words and careful hands, they safely brought the puppy down. The children cheered, and the twins felt happy, knowing they helped. Walking home, Penin and Kakra felt proud. They knew helping others, even in small ways, made a big difference. Their grandma had taught them. Kindness is like a seed, it grows and makes everything beautiful. That night, as they ate dinner with their grandma, they told her about their day. She was so proud of them. "You are becoming wonderful young men. It's the love in what we give that counts," she said, sharing a lesson about kindness and giving. As stars lit up the night sky above Salaga, the twins fell asleep, dreaming of more ways to spread kindness. They knew every kind gesture made their world brighter. Chapter 3. Learning and Playing. It was a sunny morning in Salaga when Penin and Kakra woke up to a cool breeze and bird songs. As they awoke to a new day, they were excited. Having eaten porridge with honey for breakfast, they said goodbye to their grandma and walked to school, talking about what they may learn. School was an exciting place for them, full of interesting lessons and new things to discover. They were looking forward to their history class with Mr. Amoa, where they learned about the amazing stories of Ghana. When they got to school, the yard was full of kids playing. The twins played a quick football game with their friends before the bell rang. It was time to learn. In class, they tried to pay attention to everything, but Penin sometimes looked out the window, dreaming about playing football or running in the fields. His brother, Kakra, would gently remind him to listen to the teacher. Penin liked history and stories, but sometimes it was hard for him to focus on his homework. Kakra was good at math and science, liking the puzzles and experiments. Penin loved stories and words, but often left his homework for the last minute. Sometimes, he even copied from Kakra when he ran out of time. Their grandma noticed Penin was having trouble with his homework. She talked to him one evening, telling him how important education is. "It's like a seed that needs care to grow," she said. Penin felt sorry and promised to try harder. "Education is important for your future," Grandma said with a smile. "I know you can do it." That night, Penin thought about what his grandma said. He loved to play, but he didn't want to disappoint her or himself. He decided to balance playtime with study time. It wouldn't be easy, but with his brother's help and his grandma's advice, he felt he could do better. As they fell asleep, Penin and Kakra dreamed about the future. Tomorrow was another chance to learn and be better. Chapter 4. The Change and Homework. The morning sun shone brightly over Salaga, making everything look bright and beautiful. Penin and Kakra woke up ready for a day full of learning and fun. But today, Penin felt extra determined. He remembered his promise to do better with his schoolwork. After school, on their way home, they talked about the homework they had to do. Kakra always started his homework early, but today, Penin decided he would start his homework early too. "I'll do my homework with you right after we get home," Penin told Kakra, a little unsure but wanting to keep his promise. Kakra smiled, happy to hear this. "That's awesome, Penin. I'm here to help if you need it," he said. When they got home, their grandma gave them snacks and a big smile. Feeling happy and full, the twins sat down to do their homework. Penin began working on his homework without copying from Kakra. It was hard at first and he didn't know all the answers. But Kakra helped him understand how to find the answers by himself. As the day turned into evening, Penin finished his homework. He felt proud of himself. It was a small step, but a big change for him. He was learning not just book things, but also how to be disciplined, and how to keep trying even when things are tough. Their grandma watched them and felt very proud of Penin. She knew there might be hard days ahead, but she was happy to see Penin starting to take responsibility for his learning. Chapter 5. Choosing what's important. As days turned into weeks, Penin and Kakra kept busy with school, homework, helping at home, and playing. Penin started to do better in school. He was learning new things and finding out he was good at stuff he didn't know before. But sometimes, it was hard for Penin to keep focusing on schoolwork. One day, there was a big football game that all his friends were excited about. They wanted Penin to play with them instead of doing his homework. "Come on, Penin. Just for today, let's play. You can do your homework later," his friends said, hoping he would join. Penin wanted to play, but he remembered something important. He thought about his grandma's advice, how he felt when he didn't do his best, and the proud feeling when he finished his homework by himself. "No, I need to finish my homework first. "I want to play, but this is important," Penin decided, knowing he was making the right choice. His friends were a bit sad but understood. "Okay, maybe next time then. Bye, Penin." When Penin sat down to do his homework, he felt good about his choice. It was hard to say no to playing, but he knew doing his homework first was the right thing. He was learning to be more responsible, showing himself he could make good decisions. Chapter 6. On the day of the exam, and after? The big day for the final exams had come. The whole school was filled with a buzz of excitement and a little bit of worry. Penin felt a mix of butterflies and excitement in his belly. He had tried his best to get ready, but he was still a bit scared of not doing well. As he sat at his desk, waiting for the exams to start, he saw Kakra give him a smile that said, "You can do this." Penin remembered all the hard work he put in, the times he chose to study over playing, and everything he learned not just from books, but about himself too. The exam was tough, but Penin found he knew a lot of the answers. Sure, there were a few questions that made him think hard, but he did his best on each one, using what he knew. After the exams, Penin felt a big relief. No matter what happened, he knew he did his best. He had faced his worries, worked hard, and learned a lot. On their way home, the twins talked about the exam, the hard questions and the ones they were sure they got right. But more than that, they talked about how much they learned along the way, not just about school stuff, but about being brave and trying hard. When they got home, their grandma was waiting to hear all about it. As they told her everything, she looked at them with so much pride. She knew the biggest lessons they learned weren't about getting good grades, but about growing up and being ready for whatever comes next. While waiting for their results, Penin and Kakra spent a lot of time thinking about everything they had gone through. Penin especially thought a lot about how he had changed, the hard things he had faced, and the kind of person he was turning into. He understood now that learning to be disciplined, to work hard and to keep going even when things are tough were very important lessons that would help him in more than just school. When they finally got their exam results, Penin saw how much he had improved. He didn't get the highest marks as Kakra did, but his grades were a lot better than before, showing how hard he had worked. But for Penin, it wasn't just about the grades. He felt proud of himself for tackling his problems, working to get better, and seeing the results of his hard work. To celebrate their achievements, their grandma made a special dinner for them. She was proud of both twins for working so hard and doing well. But she also told them that the real win was how much they had grown, the good values they kept up, and the strong character they were building. Penin and Kakra understood that this was only the start of their adventures. There would be more challenges, more things to learn, and more chances to grow. But they also knew that with hard work, the courage to keep going, and the help of each other and their grandma, they could handle whatever came next. Chapter 7. New Seasons and New Beginnings. As time passed in Salaga, Penin and Kakra started to see changes, not just in the seasons, but in their own lives too. Now, everyone knew them not only because they looked alike, but also for the different good things each of them could do. With their exams now over, they were excited and a little nervous about what the new school year would bring. Penin felt especially ready to take on new challenges. The past year had taught him a lot about working hard, facing tough times and celebrating wins. He found out he was stronger and more determined than he thought, ready to face problems and chase his dreams. One day, while helping their grandma in the garden, Penin talked to Kakra about what he had learned. "I used to think skipping homework and looking for shortcuts was fine. But now I see that it's the hard times that make us grow stronger," he shared. Kakra agreed with a smile. "That's right. And we'll always be there for each other, facing whatever comes our way, together." Their grandma, listening to them, smiled with pride. "Life teaches us many things. Some lessons are easy, some are hard, but every lesson is important. You two have shown you can do amazing things when you try." Feeling inspired by their grandma's words, the twins were more excited than ever for what was ahead. They promised to keep working hard in school and to keep helping others in their town, showing everyone that being kind and working hard can make a big difference. Chapter 8: Learning and Giving Back. The new school year brought Penin and Kakra new lessons, new teachers, and new ways to shine. Penin, now more focused on his studies, did well in subjects that used to be hard for him. Kakra kept doing great in school too, but he also found out he loved art. He would spend hours drawing and painting everything he saw. Together, they started a project to teach the younger kids in their village how to read and write. Every weekend, they met under the big mango tree in the village center, turning its shade into a fun classroom. They told stories, taught letters and numbers, and made learning fun with games. Their project was loved by the kids and their parents, and it made everyone in the village respect and admire the twins even more. Their teaching wasn't just about lessons, it showed how much they believed in helping others learn and grow. As the year came to an end, Penin and Kakra looked back at everything they had gone through. They had faced lots of challenges but came out stronger and smarter. They learned how important it is to work hard, help others, and stick together. One evening, their grandma sat with them, looking very proud. "Penin and Kakra, you've both grown so much. You've shown bravery in tough times and kindness without wanting anything back. These things will help you in life, making you not just smart, but good people," she said. Sitting under the stars, the twins realized the biggest things they learned weren't from books or school, though there are very important parts of their lives, from the things they did together and the challenges they faced. They saw that learning isn't just about school, it's about all the lessons of the heart that last a lifetime. The end.